Welcome. I'm Heidi,
I'm Kevin.
and we're going through the KonMari method together, which is from The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. We've just finished all our clothes, so part one we've posted as part of our series. The 4 parts to the part one are clothes, my clothes, and then Kevin's clothes, our boots and shoes, and our outerwear, jackets and hats and mitts and that kind of thing. We wanted to sit down and make a little video update today about our clothes and the process so far, and some realizations we've had already and some ways it's been life-changing for us just this early in. And at the end, we want to do a little walkthrough of our clothes to show you how it's been working for us in terms of like logistics of clothing and how we've stuck with it over the last few weeks and months. So let's dive into the first part. Some realizations we've had with our clothing already. For myself, seeing all the clothes I had kept, including my shoes and outerwear, just going through it like one by one like that really made it clear to me that I had been holding on to a lot of baggage, really emotional baggage in the form of clothing. To back up a little bit in my life, fresh out of university, I was lucky enough to find an office job in a more conventional 9-to-5 weekday working in an office job, and it was a good job. It was. I had 3.5 good years there, and everything was going normally like it should, and I was just super unhappy. It was not a good fit for me, just having a day job, I guess. After talking to you and thinking about it a lot, I quit my job. Side note, I would not recommend just quitting your job and starting your dream job, but it's worked out okay. And it's been 6.5 years that I've been self-employed, working for myself. It's been a lot of work, but rewarding work, and I don't regret it. But there's that part of me that I'm realizing that I think giving up my older office clothes from those 3 years felt like tempting fate a bit. And it's weird because I'm not superstitious, but I really felt like if I got rid of them, it would be tempting fate, and that, if I threw them out the next day, maybe, or the next week, or the next month, I'd, be back looking for an office job again. There are lots of very practical steps I have taken and can take to keep that from happening, like, getting insurance in case of a lawsuit, having an emergency fund set up in case of some unexpected, financial costs. But keeping my old wardrobe from 6.5 years ago or more is not protecting me from the worst case scenario coming true. What about you?
Yeah, I had the same sort of feelings about all of my work clothes. So in my career life, about 2 years ago, I left a job at the same place actually that you were working, and I was there for 10 years, and I just wasn't happy near the end, not because it was a bad place, but just because I wasn't happy in the job, and maybe I had been there too long. But I stepped out to work for a small company where I ran the branch in the office, and I quickly actually worked from home for a while because I was the only employee. And then as I grew it, we got an office, and I made the dress code what I wanted it to be. So we wear jeans in the office. I don't wear dress pants. But I always kept my dress pants because I thought it was just prudent that maybe one day I'd have to go back to working in an office, and I wouldn't have the choice of what we wear. And I definitely saw those every morning, and knew that I had my backup plan there, which felt like I didn't believe in myself, and just didn't feel confident in my abilities to know that I was keeping a backup plan. And realistically, to replace those pants would be just a couple of dollars, not a couple of dollars, but a couple $100, and seeing them every day, eliminating that from my life is definitely worth that couple of $100.
And it hasn't been perfect. We'll talk
No.
about that a little bit more closer to the clothing tour, but it hasn't been perfect, but we still stand by the choice to do it and get rid of those clothes.
Yeah.
Another realization I've had personally is when I was opening some of those boxes and totes and even drawers and seeing some things, instantly knowing that I shouldn't have kept them. I was surprised they were even there, because I do go through my clothes fairly often, at least twice a year, if not more, and knowing that there were clothes and things that I knew were wrong right away, and just being so surprised they were still there, really made it clear to me that I was just procrastinating the emotional processing of getting rid of those things and what that would mean to me. And I clearly have been putting it off and not wanting to do it. And it made me mad when I opened that and saw those things and knew that I just kind of been pushing my baggage forward and forward, not wanting to deal with it. And like Marie Kondo says in the book, you have 3 options with dealing with your stuff. You can either deal with it now, deal with it later, or let someone else deal with it after you're dead. And she suggests dealing with it now, and then you get to live the life you want for longer. And I really feel that and agree with that now, having done even this little first section of the process, that yeah, I don't want to be pushing stuff off anymore and waiting for the closure. Let's just deal with it, feel with it, rip the Band-Aid off, and move on with a life that we actually enjoy.
That's newly a person that you are as well, just in life. And I think that in your younger days, you were more of a procrastinator. You were somebody that didn't finish the things that you started, and you came into a realization that you didn't want to be that person within the last couple of years. So I think that has changed a lot with you coming into this, even just personally, that you've been more willing to finish things and face that emotional hardship or whatever it is, or have those feelings and process them now and not put it off until later, because you're just not someone that puts things off until later anymore.
Yeah, I'm always the dreamer and the big ideas person, not necessarily the action person. And that's not true. Like, having my own business has really driven that home and made that important to me. But it's all coming together now.
Yeah.
And for you, you've always been a very practical, responsible person.
Mm-hmm.
And this method is about what you like, what you love, what sparks joy. It's an emotional thing, not a logical thing. And I think that's resonating with you. Yeah,
for sure. Not just even in the clothes that we wear. I think that we've seen it in other areas of our life as well, where we start to think in that mindset of, why am I holding on to this, or why am I doing this? Is this something that I truly believe in, or is this something that sparks joy? That phrase of sparks joy definitely is a good measuring stick for the other things in your life, along with your clothing. So,
and that leads in well to my hair. You probably noticed my hair is different. I got it cut and it's colored differently. That really came down to the KonMari method, and realizing that although there was a time that I really loved having long blonde hair and going through that process of having it dyed like every 4 to 6 weeks for like years, like a decade, I think. I did enjoy it at a certain time, and right now where I am in my life, I didn't. It wasn't worth the time and the expense and the energy. And it's not to say that I won't go back to that one day when it is meaningful again. But right now, this is what I like, and this is easiest for me in my life right now.
And it's letting go of that, right? Like, that's the hard part, I think, is to actually make the decision that you're going to get rid of your work pants, or you're going to get rid of your high heels, or you're going to get rid of your blonde hair. And, I mean, these are all things that you can get back. So I don't think it's so much about the financial as it is about letting go of that aspect of yourself. That, you used to be someone that cared about having long blonde hair, and that was that was meaningful to you, and probably even something that was core to how you saw yourself in life. And giving that up is saying, okay, I no longer see myself as that person, but at one time I did like that person. So what does that mean now? Like, am I somebody that I don't like, or am I just somebody different? And that takes emotional processing to go through that. And I think we both like the people that we are, and we're happy with the people that we are. But you have to sort of take a look at it if you're going to make a change. And just not changing is a good way to not have to look at it. So the whole KonMari method makes you take everything out, including your emotions, and put it all on the bed, and start sorting through it to be able to figure out, who am I right now and who do I want to be, and do those things line up?
Yeah, definitely. Finally, before we go through and give you a little tour of our clothes now and how it's been working for us for the past few weeks, full disclosure, it has been a little bit longer than necessarily how we've been uploading the videos. We filmed a few in advance to kind of bank up a few so that we could be posting regularly and not get behind in case, life happened, as it always does. So it's been about 2 months since we first did our clothes. So we've definitely done a lot of laundry and gotten used to the folding method. More you than me, to be honest. You've done more laundry recently, which is great. And
I like the folding method. I never liked folding clothes before, but now I feel like I kind of know how. So.
And you'll see, it hasn't been perfect. We're still getting better, and I think we'll get better even as we go through the rest of the series, at deciding what to keep and what not, and just better at the folding and organizing.
Since we've gone through this the first time, we've also bought some new things, and those things have gone into our drawers and nothing else has really come out. And then some of the things that we did keep have ended up being useful, right?
Yes, as I hoped. I'm finally back in my pre-pregnancy pants, which is really nice because I was looking forward to getting back into those. It's my preferred choice of leg wear. Yeah, but now I have too many pants, I think, than I need, so I'll have to pare down again.
On the flip side, we actually got rid of some things that we ended up needing, which is the fear when you go through this and start getting rid of things, is that you might need them one day. So for me, I got rid of all of my dress pants that were machine washable, and I only kept 2 pairs of pants that go along with my full suits that I do wear for work. And then I play in a band, and we play weddings sometimes, and typically I would wear those machine washable pants because playing drums is a hot and sweaty job. So yeah, I realized the night of that I didn't have those pants anymore that I used to wear, and when I was going through them, I didn't think of playing weddings. So I ended up having to wear my suit pants, which wasn't the ideal. But it worked out fine, and I got them cleaned afterwards, and it was all good. And we came through it with still believing in the method. The other pants that I got rid of that I now feel like I should not have is I had a couple of different pairs of sweatpants, and it's now October, and I run every second day, and it's too cold for shorts. But last year I wasn't running. I've never run in this temperature before, so I just didn't think through that I might need more than 1 pair of sweatpants in a week. But again, I've made it work, and I've managed to not catch pneumonia and still make it out for my runs. So how I've done that, I will not reveal, but just really long socks. I just cut, holes in my socks. I have socks all the way up my legs. That's what I did.
Lies.
That's not what I did. But yeah, even with the few things that I feel like we got rid of that we still needed, and we might even buy again some of the few things that we got rid of, I still believe in the method. I still want to keep doing it for the rest of the house, just because of the joy that it brings, I think, in getting ready in the morning, especially, and knowing where everything is. That's the other thing that you brought up. When I went to look for my dress pants, I knew where to look. There was none of this, oh, maybe they're over here, or maybe they're in that box, or maybe they're here or there. Like, we have everything now in our closet, including like our winter jackets right through to our shorts, you know, like everything is right there and easy to find. So there's no hunting for anything like we used to do so much. So that's worth something as well.
Yeah. I feel like this has turned into a very long video, so thank you for sticking around. Please like and subscribe to see the rest of our series as we go through and give updates like these as well.
Yeah, we're pretty amazed at the number of people that have been interested in us going through our stuff. So
thank you.
Yeah, thanks for being interested. For reference, at this point, I think our first video is around 2,000 views. So if you're going back to check that out now, you can see how far we've come. Maybe we're 2002. Who knows?
Thanks. I'm going to get things started with my clothes and show you where I'm at. I'm going to be totally honest, we haven't tidied up at all, so this is truly full disclosure. Let's get started. This, you might remember, is my main drawer now for the bulk of my clothes, and it has gotten pretty sloppy. Unfortunately, there's still pants and shorts on this side, kind of t-shirts here, and pajamas this side. Yeah, it needs a little bit more organizing for sure, but this is so far so good, I guess. This upper drawer really has kind of fallen to shambles because it doesn't have any structure to it to hold like the socks together or even like my bras and underwear. They kind of just gotten loose, and yeah, I'll explain a bit more in the closet section of why that is. The other drawer here I had for stuff that I couldn't currently fit into but expected to. I've managed to stuff a couple more clothes in there. I don't remember why, but I did. I'll have to go through these again and kind of edit out some of my pants and shirts because I don't want this many pants and I really want everything to fit in one drawer. Looking at my closet now, I haven't really added much to the closet, but where I am right now with breastfeeding my baby, a lot of my clothing is hang to dry. So it washed like normal, hang to dry, which means a lot of my things have ended up being hung up in the closet while they dry, and they don't always make it back into the drawers like they should. The other thing, since I'm being honest, is there's this pile down here that's been there since I did the videos, actually, of hand wash clothes. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do about them because I really do, when I have them, I really do love them. And I wear them frequently. But once they get dirty and need to be washed, they kind of just sit there for months. So I need to think long and hard about if it's worth keeping them, if they're just going to be in the bottom of my, if they're just going to stay in the bottom of my closet unhappy. That's not really nice for them either, I am sure. And this is the other part of the closet that I had clothes in. This really is all like the hang to dry stuff. Otherwise it's unused, which is good. And up here is the tote of maternity clothes that I didn't use while I was pregnant and wanted to give back to the friend that had lent me the clothes. I still have them, so I need to action that as well and get the things out of the house that aren't meant to stay in the house.
Alright, so my update on my clothes. I've had a bit of a change. I was all in one drawer with my socks and my boxers, but we did laundry. And I had way too many socks and boxers to fit in one drawer. So even now, like, we've got some laundry out that would go in here. I actually have enough socks to fill this drawer. But I do use them. Same goes for my boxers drawer. Is pretty full, kind of crammed, but I feel like in decent order. I could probably cycle some of this stuff out, and I probably will, just to get rid of the side 3 here. If I can get rid of 3 more, then I'll be able to have them all in one row. Here is my shirts, and I've mostly stayed in line, except now, again, we did laundry, so I don't quite have enough room to keep them all in one row, so they kind of spill over into this row. And then I have my undershirts, which again run out of room and end up in this row. And then my shorts, which I bought a couple extra shorts, and I don't have enough room for my shorts there. But again, I do use all of these. I've hit the end of my t-shirts and of my undershirts multiple times since we've done this. So I think I'm going to keep it the way that it is. And then finally, my workout clothes. So I did move my workout clothes shirts down to the bottom. And then I've got my workout shorts in behind. They're a little off center, but my workout pants in the middle, and then like pajama pants and seldom used stuff here, plus that overflow of shorts in the back. It's not as bad as it looks. It's not that bad. It's still pretty good, right, Marie Kondo? All right. So that's my last drawer. All right, and lastly, my closet. So it's pretty much the way that I left it. I've still got all of my formal wear over here, my dress shirts. I've got my more casual shirts in the middle, and then I've got my very casual shirts near the end with like sweaters and winter jackets. I still have my pants organized by more casual over here, and then it gets more formal as we go forward. As mentioned, my formal includes jeans because that's what I wear at work. That's my update.
Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Heidi.
I'm Kevin. Is that what we're doing right now?
Yeah.
Thanks for the warning.
I'm like falling asleep. Ah. Ah. Hi everyone, welcome.
I'm Kevin.
Stop it.
Is that not right?
Hi everyone, welcome. Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Heidi. What's wrong with
I
you?
actually didn't screw that on purpose.